I don't know quite how I feel about this new background yet. I mean, I guess it's okay, but I gotta figure out something to do with that. So what's up, everyone? Welcome to yet another episode of Greedy for Greedon. Your guide for all things, well, I guess Greedon. It's also our hashtag. Quick update, we are officially max rarity. Just gotta work on getting the rest of my perfect guards, but I mean, I've got 3 foils, so... But that's just set 3. Awakening of Chakrabarthi, did I say that right? Chakrabarthi is just a few weeks away, which is actually basically my birthday, so real quick shout out right there. If you guys want to get me some cool SPs as a birthday present, or maybe subscribe or something, that would be awesome. So let's go ahead and count up the medals to check out our new toys and see what we got. Cue the intro music. Now, to get started, our 2 big new toys are Bunny and Eevee. There's plenty of other stuff to look at, but I mean, these are shiny ones that Bushiroad showed off on the stream, so we're going to talk about this first. Bubetsu hops into action first, and as someone whose Zodiac is literally the rabbit, I'm definitely happy this one's on triple R in the sets. Bubetsu is a grade 1 typical stats that has 1 not so simple skill. Once per turn, when your other rear guards put in the Soul by Vanguard's ability, you can counterblast 1, choose a card from hand, call it an open rear guard, and if your Soul has 10 or more cards, you draw a card. May be used, even if this unit is put in Soul at the same time as the other unit. That part's kind of important. So, first off, the ability to replace the board that the boss needs to do his thing with the drive checks is fantastic on its own. Like, you can just commit everything to board, not worry about it. Twin drive, here's another unit, twin drive again. You're not really losing out too much by committing cards because you don't have a discard cost typically for Greedon. It's just the whole eat board, I guess. So, like, resource wise, you typically draw 5 cards a turn in Greedon. Draw phase, twin drive again. So, it does suck to lose a card from hand, but you are basically doing this mid-battle phase to possibly get a second restand or multi-attack. It's not a bad thing. On top of that though, the effect does potentially give you draw power once you hit 10 soul, and the effect stacks. If you got multiple bunnies on field, you can definitely activate this multiple times, so 2 bunnies in, you suddenly have 2 more cards on board for later. That's either 2 attacks or 1 attacking column, or if you still had 1 up, that's 3 of your 4 right there for a second restand. You can do this, by the way. Greedon has the ability to restand multiple times now. It's really good. Like, honestly, the big struggle here is the ability to maintain your 10 soul, because between Greedon itself, Soul Blasting 2, Muka, debatably one of our best cards right now, also having Soul Blast 2 as its cost, you are eating through your soul really quickly, so you're not always going to have that 10 soul, but as the deck evolves, as we continue to get more support, we can easily phase stuff in and out. And there's plenty of other tech stuff, so there'll be plenty of chances to gamble on Soul Acceleration once again. Next up is Pokemon, because I will argue all day and night that is either a dog or an Eevee. Shut up, I don't have an Eevee plush, and Growlithe is my boy. Be on the lookout later for a new video for Legends Arceus. I'm doing a Nuzlocke where I catch Growlithe or die trying. Anyways, Keenan is a grade 2 that has only 9k power, but its skill more than makes up for it. Bing. So when this unit is placed on rear guard during main phase, it costs counterblast 1, check top card of your deck, call it to rear guard, at the end of the turn, retire that called unit. So, when you call it, scry top card and call it, bet. Peeking top card is always kind of a good thing to check for key pieces like perfect guards, triggers, stuff like that. You might want to drive check and a persona ride maybe if you didn't have it already. But, I mean, let's be real, we're playing Greedon here, you want the board. It doesn't matter if it's retired at end phase because you're just gonna suck it up anyways. Sucks that it's only activated during main phase, so you can't like cheat it out from something like Bubetsu that we just talked about. And it does cost another counterblast. Greedon is a very counterblast reliant deck, unfortunately. But I mean, superior call. We take those. Once again, this combo with Bubetsu, there are combos. I'll do a combo. Let me know if you wanted to see the combo video. But there is a combo where you can get effectively either 3 Greedon attacks or at least 5 attacks in a turn now. So Greedon, the deck that used to only attack twice, maybe a third time if you're lucky. Guess what we're doing now? Alright, shiny card's done. For now. Here's some other demons. Lightning Ground. Sponsored by the drink that puts us into high gear. Raise energy. Be sure to use code SCAVENGE to save on your online orders. Walzaroo, a bear that calls from soul when you persona ride Greedon, also counts as Counterblast. Gametsu, a cool looking grade 3 chimera that lets you call a grade 3 from soul if you're Greedon by discarding a card and counterblasting. I mean it's neat. Like, it's very heavy cost considering you're just calling a unit out anyways and your deck's all units, but I guess if you're running orders, that could be useful, and like you could get pieces out like itself, Walzer, Greedon, any other tech grade 3s. You guys know that I like using GangSTAR Dragon for its ability to draw and soul charge, so there are definitely options there. But I mean, like I said, it's a heavy cost, so unless you run orders, which you're not because you're running a very voracious card that needs to constantly eat units, probably not. Looks cool though. Beshi. It's I don't know, some sort of snake demon, I guess, with arms. That's weird. Catalyst 1 on full field to make Greedon swole or swoller on limit break 6. More power-ups are always useful. I mean, Greedon's the Dimension Police deck that could, so we like to be big boys, but it requires Counterblast once again, and a full 6-card field where Greedon, you typically only run 5 until you're able to do your cool things. Maybe, I mean, now we have the whole multi-attack, multi-call ability. 6 cards on field doesn't sound like it's too big of an issue, so it's possible, Yada! Yada, Mickey Mouse. Basically, it lets you stack Persona Ride from Soul on top of your deck for Soul Charge 2 and sacrificing himself when you have some cards on board or whatever. Honestly, I don't know about this one. Like, I did a lot of early proxy testing when it was just like its first 2 or 3 cards released. Look at these cards. Look at these amazing proxies I have there. There's my Walzarays. It's my bears. It's a Pikachu! I forgot, they're all Pokemon. But this one's a little weird. Like, you pop off a piece before you can really eat it, and you're getting rid of your defensive win condition by removing the Greedon from Soul, putting it on top of deck. Maybe if it put it back in your hand or something like that. So you have the Persona Ride next turn. You're still getting your Persona Ride, but you're making it a drive check, which I'd rather already have it in hand, honestly. Like, it's a big cost. I'd rather have it already in hand. It is a common, though, and Soul Charge 2 is nice, though. Shrug, maybe. But the Desire Devils themselves aren't the only pieces of support our boss gets. They're just the ones that give the GangSTAR Dragon a bunch of animal powers and turn it into Kamen Rider O's. So, let's go ahead and check out the few generic toys that we got. But first, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you enjoy the video. Subscribe and support the channel. Here's a link to the TCG player. Here's a link to Raise Energy. There you go. There's our plug out of the way. I'm done plugging for the video. Violet Phantasm Butterfly. Growlithe just fell. The Tower of Growlithe is complete. Violet Phantasm Butterfly Fanju. Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 3, and give your Vanguard a nice little 5k buff if you got a full board. It's another Counterblast card, but I mean, Soul Charge 3 is nice because, like I said, you are eating a little bit of soul for some of your support pieces that Greedon himself. And it powers up your boy, so that's a plus. Also, waifable. Lightning Vortex Tinged Gear Eland. Gear ponies are back. I mean, discard a card from hand to make a 25k beater if you have 2 grade 3s in soul. Maybe a bit slow. I mean, you're not really gonna have your second grade 3 until you soul charge your grade 1. Unless you just random soul charge it. I mean, it's possible you do that sometimes. But Big Boy Rearguard's nice when you got only 1 non-Vanguard attack per turn. And by which I once again mean that Betsu and Keenan give Greedon the ability to now either have 3 Vanguard attacks or 5+ attacks. So ignore that last sentence I just said. I mean, big boy gear pony. You know I'm using that. You know I'm gonna attack that somehow in a build. Brainwash Swirler. It was good while it lasted, boys. During the thruster, stop thrusting. And being a waifu. And then came back with a built-in soul charge. After the Greedon's feast, this bad boy becomes a 28k beater. 33k if it is a turn that you place it because of its own soul charge. It's basically a snake with a 5k shield that doesn't require itself to attack before Vanguard's trigger buffs. So, nice. At least he still draws cards though. Cutting Sword Dance Chakra. I don't know why I did that. So it gets a skill when you hit a couple thresholds. The most important one for us is at 7, you can blast 1, discard a card to soul charge and grab a card from your soul, aka recycling pieces, but that still does cost counter blast unfortunately. 13, you get your front row plus 5k, which is cute, but I mean, with our way that we play with soul, you're not always going to get there. So just focus on the first one, and it basically becomes the old grade 3 order with a body and 2 swords. Was it made for Bear Magnus? Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna still find a way to break it. Sudden turn, Gear Eagle. Dude, 2 gear cards in 1 single video. I'm gonna have to put this thing on my Gear Corner playlist. Check it out for all sorts of videos on my One True Clan. Anyways, he has a simple effect. It's on hit, which is kind of lame, but that on hit lets you call a card from Soul, a grade 1 specifically. Basically, this gives you a free booster for the one attacker that you have after the rest of your board gets wiped out, or +1 on field for your second me stand, because once again, it's not the best option because you are sacrificing your card to gain a card back, so it's net 0. But I mean, it's an option and it's another steampunk friend, so 10k draw trigger. Everyone has one. Sometimes Greedon likes to draw. The end. So there's all of our new minions. What do you guys think? Put some ideas for these guys in the comments below. And for speaking of interaction, I'll be doing another day 1 build video when set 4 drops. So make sure you tweet out your Greedon decks using hashtag #GreedyForGreedon if you want to be featured. I personally cannot wait to mess around with set 4. All these demon animals are just further solidifying my theory that Greedon is secretly a Kamen Rider O's reference. But I'm gonna need cards for that first, so it's a good thing I run the store on TCG Player for all your Vanguard needs. Check it out, support channel. Anyways, thanks as always for watching. If you guys enjoy this, make sure you subscribe for more coaster and card game content. And until next time, always embrace the infinite.